Hey everyone. So today I'm talking about a action movie that's honestly just timeless. Rush Hour, the original one from 1998. It's an action comedy directed by Ratner, starring Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. And even though this comedy action movie came out about 25 years ago, it's still one of the most entertaining buddy cop films out there. We've got martial arts, shootouts, car chases, comedy, and most importantly, two totally opposite personalities trying to work each other out, trying to work together. So, let's start off with how the story moves, how the movie starts. The story kicks off in Hong Kong. Jackie Chan plays Inspector Lee, a skilled detective who's close to the Chinese consul. After the consul is transferred to Los Angeles, his daughter Su Young is kidnapped on her first day of school. The FBI is handling it, but the consul doesn't trust them. So he secretly calls in Lee to help. He trusts Lee that much. The FBI doesn't like this and tries to distract Lee by assigning him a partner, Detective James Carter, which is played by Chris Tucker. Carter is basically a loudmouth LAPD cop who gets into trouble more than he solves crime. At first, they don't get along. Lee doesn't speak much English, not very good at English, and Carter doesn't want to babysit anyone. As they start digging into the case, they realize they make a surprisingly good team. The rest of the movie is them chasing down clues, dealing with gangsters, arguing in the funniest ways possible, and ultimately saving Yu Soo Young. Classic buddy cop formula, but it still works so well till this day. Uh, Let me talk about some of the scene highlights. Maybe like there are a lot of iconic scenes that still hold up. First off, the scene where Carter picks up Lee from the airport. He immediately tries to show off, acting he's the man in charge. Uh, then Lee gets into the car and just looks so confused around him. Carter blasts some music and Lee's like, "Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?" And Lee's just like smiles. That sets the tones perfectly. It's, it's honestly funny if you watch it, but yeah, then there's the fight in the pool hall. It's such a good scene. Carter walks into a black owned bar, acting like he owns the place, trying to ask around for info. It goes sideways fast, and he ends up jumping in, doing crazy stunts with pull sticks, jumping off walls, flipping people around, something like that. And there's also this great scene where at a restaurant they try to catch the bad guy called Sang. Carter causes a huge distraction, and Lee chases Sang across rooftops, scaffoldings. It's peak Jackie Chan action actually. Real. And yeah, of course, the final showdown at the museum with some ransom money, the hostages, and a bomb strapped to Suyang. This tension, comedy, and action all come together perfectly in that scene. Now, let me talk about the chemistry and the acting around these in this movie. Basically, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker are completely opposites, and that's exactly why their pairing works. Jackie Chan brings the calm, focused energy. His typical acting is amazing, not just fighting, but the way he reacts, uses prompts, and moves around. Every fight scene is almost like a dance routine. On the other hand, Chris Tucker is the total opposite. He's loud, flashy. He's all talk, basically. He's basically improvising half of the time, and you can tell he's having a blast. Some of his lines don't even sound scripted. They sound like he's just reacting in the moment. So, but together they're actually very gold. They're they're all top notch type of chemistry. What's great is that their friendship grows naturally. At first they annoy each other out. Then they start to respect each other. By the end, they're actually friends. And that makes it feel more real and more satisfying to watch. Now, the style of act and action, the direction of the movie by Ratner, keeps things fast and clean. The movie is under 100 minutes and doesn't waste time. Every scene either moves the plot or delivers a good laugh. The action scenes are super well paced. Jackie Chan doesn't just punch and kick. He uses ladders, doors, table, even steering wheels to fight. That creativity makes every fight memorable. And unlike modern action films, there's not a lot of shaky camera or over editing. You can actually see the fights, which I really appreciate. The music is also fun. It's very intense. It helps you get into the mood of the movie. Mixing East and West type of movie, just like the characters. So one thing that sets Rush Hour apart is how it plays with cultural clash, but in a funny, lighthearted way. We've got an Asian detective from Hong Kong who follows discipline and protocol, and an American detective who breaks all the rules. At first, they literally don't understand each other. Carter talks fast, very fast, uses slang. At least just they're trying to follow along, follow up what he's trying to say. But they both bring something valuable to the partnership. There's a moment where Carter asks, "Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?" And he just nods politely. That becomes one of the most famous lines in the whole franchise. It becomes a meme basically. The movie doesn't go super deep into cultural stuff out, but it does show how two every two very different people can work together when they respect each other. It's all about loyalty. Lee is loyal to the console, and Soo Young and Carter, even though he's selfish at first, proves he actually cares. That's what makes it more than just action and comedy. Now, let me just be honest and say, is the movie perfect? Not really. No, not really. It's not a perfect movie. Here's why. Some jokes might feel a little outdated by today's standards, especially the racial or cultural ones, but it's clear the humor was never meant to be offended. It's more about showing how misunderstandings can be funny when people come from different worlds. And yeah, and many more. Also, the plot isn't super deep. It's just a basic kidnapping story, but honestly, it's just fine. The movie's the movie's good. The movie's goal is to entertain, not to win Oscars, obviously, but it's a good movie to watch. So overall, Rush Hour is one of those rare movies that blends actions and comedy perfect. It it's got iconic characters, funny dialogues, uh, fast-paced fights, and a story that keeps you hooked even after multiple rewatchings. The chemistry between Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker carries the whole movie, and it still works till today. Uh, I'd give Rush Hour a strong 8.5 or even a 9 out of 10, but it's not deep, but it's fun. That's what it promises. If you've never watched it or never seen it, you're missing out. And if you have, it's probably time for a rewatch. In fact, I'm about to rewatch it now. So that's my review of Rush Hour. And sir, if you have watched it, tell me your favorite moment or something. Is the first one that your favorite, or you prefer like two or three? To be honest, I do prefer three because a lot of. No, not really. Rush Hour 1 is good. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Yeah, that's it at the end of the video, so I don't know what to do else. See ya.